If you've been following along here on YouTube and watching my videos, you probably know that I consider the most important factor in your planner design is to consider your specific target customer. Hands down, that's the number one most important thing to include in your planner design is the specific needs of your target customer. But alongside that design philosophy, you should also consider the trends of the general market and what's happening year to year in product design. And I'm not just talking about what the color of the year is and to make sure that your planner has that cover color. I want to dive a little bit deeper onto some specific things and kind of my favorite trends that are happening right now. So let's dive in. Hey there, I'm Heather Harris, founder of Copper Bottom Design Co., a boutique product development agency that specializes in planner design and manufacturing overseas. If you love all things planner design and are thinking of creating your own planner, hit that subscribe button. I have videos for you every single week. So today we're going to dive into my favorite planner trends that are happening right now. And number one is multi-format planners. And what I mean by this are planners that have not only the monthly view and a weekly view, but also a daily view, meaning it's really capturing every level of planning from like the hardcore daily planner that needs to write down every single task to the weekly planner who likes a little bit more of an overview and the monthly planner that captures, holidays and birthdays and maybe vacations. I think this design is great. It's a fun trend because it's got multiple uses. And so the end user really has all the options at their fingertips. A con of this design is that the planner includes a lot of pages, and this can get very expensive to print, or you might have to make your planner either a 6-month planner or a quarterly planner in order to incorporate all those pages without like carrying an encyclopedia around. So take this into consideration while this trend is hot and it's really fun and makes your planner more attractive to a broader audience and a wide variety of planning styles. It can be more expensive to print and heavier for the user to carry around. What this format is really good for is digital planners, and this is the next trend that I am on board with. We've been designing a lot more digital planners these days, and every time I design a new one, there's these newer ideas and inventions and things that have come out, and we really tend to nerd out about the user experience for digital planners and have come up with our own formats and little tips and tricks to make the planning easier and more intuitive. So digital planners have been a really fun trend at Copper Bottom. Digital planners, some people can get confused about what that means. A digital planner is one that is in the format of a PDF that somebody purchases online and then uploads it into an app like GoodNotes or Notability and uses the planner on their iPad or their phone. Back in the day, before digital planners were really a thing and before the GoodNotes and Notability apps, people kind of referred to digital planners as one that you would print online. And that would be a printable planner where somebody prints out the sheets of paper and writes in the paper. Now that digital planners that you use on a tablet have become more widely used, we really refer to the older version as a printable planner. A pro of a digital planner is that there's no printed pages. So really all you have to do is pay for the design or do the design yourself, put it online and sell it. There's no inventory to worry about, no shipping, and no printing costs. They can also include as many pages as possible. So this multi-format planner trend is super easy to incorporate into a digital planner. And last year, I designed a digital planner that was 900 plus pages. It was definitely the biggest planner by far, and I'm updating it for next year right now. And it's a beast, but super useful for the end user. A con for digital planners is the learning curve. As the seller of a digital planner, it's crucial for you to understand the full functionality of a digital planner so that you can explain that to your customers. So if there's an educational gap between your customers and the digital planning format, you're going to have to come up with some tutorials, YouTube videos, informational blog posts that show pictures of the planner and how to use it. Anything you can do to help your user have a better experience and better use the planner is a win. You want to make sure that the end user has no questions and can fully enjoy the digital planning experience. Minimalistic design is another trend. And if I had a dollar for every time a new client asked me to do a minimal planner design, I'd be on my way to buying my beach house in Maine. Just kidding, kind of. Gone are the days are the fanciful scripts and hand lettering, and now everything is a sleek sans serif font with a clean minimalistic design. A pro with minimalistic design is that it is attractive to a general broad audience. It's fairly gender neutral as well. So it's kind of a win-win if you don't have a specific gender that you're targeting as your ideal customer. It's also a great aesthetic for many different planning styles, which brings me to a con. On the flip side, a clean, minimalistic design is a little bit more difficult to achieve than you think. A con to a minimalistic design is that it can be fairly generic or look like it lacks personality if you're not a skilled designer who knows the nuances of typography, color, stroke weight, and all those things. Type really is the only design factor on the page. So your typography and those little tweaks that we all do as professional designers come strongly into play here in a minimalistic design. So, like I said, not as easy to pull off as one would think. Another trend I've been seeing a lot lately is subscription models, and I think they're brilliant. Memberships are now becoming all the rage in the planner world. It's easy to craft a unique selling experience or buying experience for your customer when you can come out with a monthly, quarterly subscription and wow them with all these new goodies. A pro is that subscription models are a pretty smart business move if done correctly. If you're doing a subscription model with a planner, most likely you're going to do something that's quarterly, and that can be great to bring in more regular revenue to your business. A common problem with planner companies is that your finances and your selling cycle is very cyclical. It's seasonal. You're bringing in money really only one season a year when your new planner launches. So to have a quarterly planner that has a quarterly subscription model will help regulate your cash flow. But a con to this could be if you're selling dated planners on a quarterly basis or whatever your subscription model is, inventory can get to be a headache really quick. Due to the time-sensitive nature of a quarterly planner, coming up with the quantities you need to keep in stock for each quarter of the year can be really difficult to navigate if you don't have a regular customer base. So I say if you're going to do a quarterly subscription model, do it with an undated planner and wait to introduce a dated planner until you have a more predictable buying cycle. So there you have it. Those are my favorite design trends right now in 2023. And whether or not you choose to incorporate one of these trends into your planner, I really want you to keep in mind the number one thing is to make sure your planner is specific and meets the needs of your ideal customer. That will be a winning combo every time. See you next time.